came over. I
Yep,
see.
it's Tamerica. Hey, Chris.
Tamerica?
Hello,
Some of
Reese.
my
How y'all doing?
What's
Hey.
up? What's up? What's up? My clubhouse family showing up.
Clubhouse
In the
family getting some
house.
love, man. That's awesome.
Yes,
Awesome.
yes.
Thanks for showing up. Absolutely.
So that link at work, I try to set it up and be all technical and make everything right. You know how this stuff go.
Yeah, yeah.
So cool. I guess we could do some introductions or something, right? Who's all on here? I know you named some people, but I don't see all their cameras. They got their cameras off, huh?
So we got and I'm saying in my upper left, I got Angel Williams. She is from a phenomenal little group out there. Not little at all, little group. Nice group out there. Angel, tell us who you are and what you do. You're muted.
Yeah, because I'm still muted. I'm actually in North Texas, and I am the educational platform, the Existing Rocks. Do 2 3-day virtual summits each year on real estate investing, a la Dan Hanford style. So similar to that. We have some workshops. We have a YouTube channel. We do 3 times a week podcasts. And then our investing arm is Lauren Capital. And we have on our personal side, we have 5 single family homes, a quad and a couple of duplexes. We JV'd into some oil and gas. So we're in 2 oil wells on a JV. I got my great grandparents' house that I need to do something with on that plot of land. And then we're passive in 4 multifamily syndications. So
What? Wait a minute. You're doing a little bit of everything.
yeah, we are all over the place.
That's all you do? Can't you be doing anything else?
Yeah, I know, that's it.
Slackers, I tell you. No, just
At what part of Texas you say?
Oh, wait, my husband just reminded me. We also have 2 other companies that we just started because he started underwriting. So he is second set of eyes. If you need someone to assist you with your underwriting or review what you are doing so far. And if you want to do a virtual event, I have a concierge virtual event business. So you find your speakers and I'll take care of everything else.
Oh. Now, when you say North Texas, what specifically, what area is that?
We're in Wichita Falls, but unless you're military, you probably don't know where that is.
Or follow the Dallas Cowboys because they used to have their training camp out there, I think, for a while. No?
Before our time, a lot.
Yeah, way back then. Is that North Texas University there too?
Midwestern State is here.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Maybe I'm wrong about the
Jason said it was a really long time ago.
Okay, maybe that's when it was. Anyway, well, welcome, Angel. Welcome. We got I've got just below you on my screen. I know it's not Amanda. I apologize. That is Eric. Eric, how you doing, sir? Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where you at? What do you do? You're on mute there, buddy. I'm sorry. And I'm calling on you while you're driving. Are you driving? You want me to come back to you?
No, I'm parked.
Okay.
So I'm in California, but I have a duplex out in Florida, and I also have apartment syndication in Houston. But I am looking to get into wholesaling and trying to capitalize on maybe these pre-foreclosures coming up in June, I guess, or end of June.
Right.
So you're in multi-states. Look at him.
He is, man. He's all over. That is fantastic. Glad to have you. How'd you hear about us?
On Clubhouse, and then I follow Chris's Instagram.
Nice.
But my work allows me to travel, so that's why I've been bouncing around states. I've been looking at Tennessee as well.
Okay.
For some real estate.
Nice. Awesome. Well, glad to have you, man. Absolutely. Awesome. Anybody's welcome here. So glad to have anybody.
Is that Nick over there at the waterfalls?
He is, man. What's up, Nick? Tell everybody who you are and what you do.
That's a picture of a waterfall in Costa Rica. I just love spending there when I was there for the 3 months I lived down there. But I'm a new investor, and I'm doing mostly wholesaling and kind of new at it. So I'm just trying to get my feet going and get busy at it.
That's awesome.
Oh, there you are. I was going to say, I couldn't hear you.
How many deals you got to do before you're no longer new?
Next month.
Oh,
2 weeks.
Really? Awesome. You got one lined up?
Yeah, no, but I came to the realization that I've been trying to, now, I've been doing it with like a sniper attitude. Just a little bit here and a little bit there. I'm gonna get the shotgun approach and push it out. Go for it.
I mean, until you know what works, right? I mean, you got to you blast a lot of different things, see what works, and then you can hone your skills on what works.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's how some people do it. Some people don't. They just hone. You know, they go like you said, sniper approach from day one. But
it's just not working good for me, so I just got to change direction a little bit.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
By the way, I'm in St. Louis. I forgot to say that.
You did. You did.
Oh, do I have to mute myself now?
You can, sure, if you're done. If you're done talking. I know Trayvon keeps bouncing around in there. I don't know what kind of angle his camera's coming from.
Who's
It's not the color
Trayvon?
Cam, is it Trayvon?
Who's Trayvon? I never heard of him. Who are you, Trayvon? What do you do?
It's Monroe. What's going on? Hey, everybody. What's up? Hey, what?
What's going on, bud?
I'm a young guy in the group. I'm a wholesaler right now. Eventually, I want to get into get some passive income rolling in the near future. But right now, I'm working on just wholesaling. I might be looking into maybe flipping in the near soon, but just focusing on wholesaling right now. So yeah, so it's going okay.
That's awesome. Can I brag about you a little bit here? Do what I do. Can I do what I do? You want me to get off that?
It's with you, whatever, your show.
Well, that's all right, but I don't mean to embarrass you, but I mean, honestly, people, if you're on the call, I know we got a bunch of people on here, you can't see their face, and that's okay. Trayvon's been coming to our meetups, our in-person meetups. He's been on these videos. This dude, did you turn 22 yet?
No, I'm just 21.
21 years old, man. He's getting at it. I'm just so I prop you up, man. Good job for you, because I bet anybody on this call wishes they could go back to 21 and start this at 21. So good for you, man. Keep at it.
Yeah, I'm working on a JV deal right now that I was hoping Chris Monroe maybe did with me. But unfortunately, I had to go to somebody else that's working on a JV deal. It might not be much. I don't even.
What you mean you had to go to somebody else? What happened?
Nothing. The creative finance deal I did. I didn't even really know if it was gonna be even a JV deal because I didn't even get it under market value. But I went like some other people I know that might be a JV. I didn't even heard anything on it. But
So wait a minute, you brought it to Chris Monroe. How did somebody else get in the middle of it? If you brought it to me, it'd have been done already. We wouldn't be talking about it's possible. We know it's going to get closed.
well, I wasn't quite sure if it was a deal. So I was like, okay. That's why I went to you.
If they want to sell, it's a deal.
There's complications going on, so that's why I kind of been working with them first. So that's why I kind of went with them. And
Oh, okay. I'm finna say
they do have 7 other problems. I'm gonna keep in mind. He got 7, 8 other.
because if they want to sell, I want to buy, and it's going to get to the finish line. So I don't know who you're dealing with, but you can play around all day, but you'll be right back later and say, "Man, I'm wasting my time messing with jokers."
I seen Chris ride horses that other people were thinking were lame. We're living to the finish line. I've seen Chris take them through.
Man, Chris Monroe, man, I don't know. I got you. Chris Monroe's a good dude. He's the guy.
He is, man. And if it's creative, man, I don't know anybody better that can do creative stuff. So heck yeah, man. Trayvon, that should be your number one call. Matter of fact, if you got speed dial, Chris Monroe should be number one.
Man, he was trying to pay me a finder's fee, man. I was looking for a JV deal.
Hey, sometimes depends on what kind of spread there is, man. Sometimes sometimes the finder's fee is better than what you're going to get on a split on a JV.
Exactly. Yeah, true.
You can't. You can only JV something you actually JV, joint venture. You can't find a deal. Say, hey, I know Joe Smith want to sell. Here's Joe Smith, and I'm gonna move out the way, and you do everything else, but I want 90% of the deal or 50% of the deal or whatever. That's not necessarily how JV deals work. JV exactly is JV, meaning joint venture, meaning you bring in something, that other person bring in something.
Right.
That's a JV.
I got the deal. You bring the buyer type things. JV deal. I got you.
That's something different. So that's why you want to be clear. When you think about this stuff, it doesn't. And I know you're kind of new in the business, so whenever you just find a deal and say, hey, yeah, Joe Smith wants to sell and I'm gonna move out the way. Here you go. Here, you get a finder's fee. But if you come in, drop some money down, fix on some stuff, do a whole bunch of work and stuff, sure, JV, that's a JV. Come in and do some of that work. You know, you can't do 2% of the work and want 90% of the money. You know what I mean? It just don't work like that. Or am I making this up?
Nope, that's right. That's right.
Is that my main man, Mark
I got
Days?
you, man.
Mark Days in the house.
All the Clubhouse family jumping in. That's right.
Man,
if you're
that's
listening in
awesome.
Clubhouse, y'all can jump in too.
That's awesome. How you doing, Mark? What market are you in and what do you do?
In Jacksonville, Florida, real estate entrepreneur focusing on wholesaling at the moment.
Awesome, man. Awesome. How long you been involved?
Since 2018.
Good for you, man. That's awesome. How's everything going down there in Jacksonville? How's the wholesaling temperature?
Flooded, man. It's crazy right now. It's absolutely flooded. The market down here is it's ridiculous. Property values are just it's not even explainable, man. It's out of control. They can't sustain this type of weight down here. It's got to crash at some point.
Right.
So what do you mean they're overpaying for stuff? Is that what you mean?
Man, Chris, man, overpaying ain't even a word. These people are giving, like they're giving a kidney, a liver, a pancreas, and a doggone larynx just to get in the house.
But you know what, though? This seemed like this would be a great opportunity for people doing what we call wholesaling, because even if we get something that's not as low as we want, if people are overpaying, we still got a spread. So I think it's more opportunity when people are overpaying. Wouldn't you agree?
I definitely would agree there's more opportunity when people are overpaying. The only issue I see here in Jacksonville is the investors haven't quite caught on to the fact that property values are rising. So they're looking to pay prices from before. And, people are getting a lot of pushback as far as that's concerned. I mean, we still go hard at it, whatever, but, just one of the roadblocks that I've noticed. So that's the only thing. And property owners, because it's so televised and blasted out here about property values being so high, and it's encouraged to sell with a realtor. So they're catching on about the values of their properties, and those lowball offers, they're getting them up out of there. I'm not even going to hold you. They're not having it right now. It'll change.
Because you know what? It really seems like, from what I've seen in the last few months, and even before it really got mainstream, I've sold a lot of these so-called wholesale deals to cash buyers that were moving in the property. They wasn't an investor. I don't really target a sale to investors. I don't really care who buy it. As long as they got cash and they can close fast, they're a buyer to me. They don't have to be an investor. Investors are cheap. We all know that, right? Investors cheap. Let's be real. Right. So I don't even target to try to sell to an investor. I want somebody who just gonna have the money and want to go make it funny.
Yeah, I know they're cheap because I'm lowballing other wholesalers myself off the MLS to try to find my own buy-in deal. So it's crazy out here. It's a free for all. It's a battle royale when it comes to these properties.
Wow,
that is so true. That is so true. So what have you been doing to be successful?
Well, what I've been doing down here is just going hard on marketing. I'm still, full transparency. And Chris knows I'm working towards my first wholesale deal to actually close it. So, the action, I just noticed I have to increase it just to get leads, just to get touchbacks and contacts, because, it's saturated out here as well. A lot of wholesaling going on, a lot of wholesalers all competing for the same property. So just trying to ramp up the actual marketing so I can touch more people. That's the main key that I'm focused on right now. So
cool. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Let's see. Is there anybody else? And welcome. Let's see.
There's only 13 people hiding back under there, and then I got people listening over here on Clubhouse. And we got some people listening in on here. So who is that? Erica?
There's Erica.
What?
How you doing, Miss Erica? Tell us where you're from. What market are you in? What do you do?
I'm from Florida as well. I'm in Central Florida, and currently I work as I'm an accountant, but I'm looking to get into the real estate. So I have not yet made a deal either. So that's what I'm at right now.
Hey, we welcome all levels of experience on these calls. So we appreciate you taking the effort and taking action to get on here and talk with us. And we're always open to questions and, any questions you might have, or any, not just for me and Chris, but anybody on the call. There's a ton of experience on this call, so awesome, or video, whatever, in this meeting.
That's right. There's no such thing as a stupid question. You know, you got Rich Groves here. He closed so many deals. Make you fall out your seat almost.
Yeah, right. Oh man,
who are you, Rich Groves? We didn't know who are you. We heard it.
Yeah. So hey, I am Rich Groves. I am based in the St. Louis area. I do a little bit of everything. I mean, I do do assignments as well as I have buy and hold rental properties. I've done fix and flips as well. I host a local St. Louis-based real estate investment group called the Hootie's House Buyers Club, and we meet twice a month. And then Chris is gracious enough to do these simulcasts with me for his Chris Monroe show and our Hootie's House Buyers Club to do this Zoom simulcast. And we're going to do those, the second Tuesday of the month, as long as Chris allows it. As long as Chris wants to play along. He's getting so busy, I can understand. But yeah, it's a good time to meet folks all across the country. I mean, on local face-to-face is awesome. But man, I love hearing about the experiences everybody else across the country is having. So thanks for joining us today and being here with us. And you get to you're down here in my bar, so I don't know if you all are drinkers. If you drink, it fits because we're in my bar right now.
Cool.
But how about you, Chris Monroe? Why don't you tell everybody who you are? I don't know if anybody on the call knows who you are.
Who's Chris Monroe? I don't know. I keep hearing his name. For those who don't know, my name is Chris Monroe, the student master teacher, Mr. I Stay Woke. I do some real estate investing here in sunny St. Louis, Missouri, wholesaling, virtual wholesaling. Creative finance is actually my specialty, meaning buying houses subject to the existing financing, going into wraparound mortgages, lease options, seller financing, creative deals, because you're going to find out as you keep wheeling and dealing, doing this thing called wholesaling, all deals won't qualify for that. So I want to deal with people who want to sell. I don't care about the equity. I just care about, do they want to have a problem to solve? And I come with a solution. That's what it's all about. And if there's money to be made, we'll figure out a way to squeeze that out of there somehow, some way.
Heck yeah, man. That is awesome. Did we talk to Eric already? I just see a blank. Did we get Eric's info? Yes, we did.
That was the one driving.
Yes, that's right. Okay. So anybody, and I know we got a few folks on here that aren't showing their video, which is fine. But if you'd like to speak to us and tell us who you are and where you're at, I've got Tamerica. I apologize if I mispronounced that again. I hate it. I'm sorry.
There's a bunch of people on here. Look at all these people.
Is it Tamerica? Tamerica?
Mute.
Are you out there?
You got Rodney on here, Solomon. Who else on here?
We got Justin and Rodney.
Yeah, my name's Justin.
Hey, Justin. Yeah. How's it going?
Yeah,
tell us a little bit about yourself, sir.
So I live right here in St. Louis. I'm a personal injury attorney, and I want to do real estate instead of doing personal injury cases.
Okay, awesome. That's awesome. Welcome. Where do you practice?
Right here in St. Louis.
Are you on the Missouri side?
Well, I'm licensed in both Illinois and Missouri.
Okay, cool.
So you do like for car accidents?
I'm sorry, hit again.
You doing for like car accidents, stuff like that?
Yep.
Oh, I had 2 referrals for you. They was asking me, do you know anybody to do this? Oh, you could have got them. But I guess you're busy already though, right?
Yeah, no, I'm always busy for those.
Big money.
That's awesome,
Yeah,
man. That's awesome.
They say it is. Yeah, it is, but the stress that comes with that, there's other ways to make money, I've learned.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Well, that's awesome, man. How long have you been practicing law?
12 years.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. 12 years practicing law, and you had it. You want to get into real estate.
Yeah. Like I love, like I said, it's a fight. For every dollar that I get from my client, the insurance, they lose. Every dollar that the defense attorneys win, that's a dollar that's out of my pocket as are my clients. I love things that grow, and they don't make more land.
Right. True. And we, I know Chris and I talk all the time. We go to meetings and stuff together, and not together like we're driving together, but we're there. And I don't know about you, Chris, but we're a collaborative mindset, man. The more people involved, the pie gets bigger. We're not all sharing a small size pizza. We're making a bigger pizza because there's more people eating. We're not just grilling 3 chicken breasts to split at the barbecue. We're grilling a whole bunch of them because there's a bunch of people need to eat. Right?
Yeah.
That's what I believe. That's what I believe in this real estate. I do.
So what is it that made you decide to want to get into real estate?
Like I said, I have two kids, and I want their legacy, and I want them to have something that goes to them at some point. You know, I bought a house that I never thought I would be able to buy, and I own one, and I'm like, well, if I want to buy a house and I put that in my one of my daughter's name, that's my legacy. That's something that they can, as a family, that they can. Well, I own this house. Like I said, you don't run out of there's not enough land out there, you know. So I just like the thought of having a way to have money as well as having something for my family. That's kind of like where my thoughts are.
That's fantastic, man. That's awesome. That's absolutely, and you got to have that why in this business. You know, you got to have that thing that drives you.
Yeah. And like I said, I'm learning so much. I'm looking for deals. I finally think what I want to do. Like I'm interested in duplexes, quads, tries, things like that. If a flip makes sense, cool. But duplexes are kind of like that way. I don't want to have to, knowing that's an option that somebody else is paying the mortgage, and if somebody in a duplex, somebody they lose their job. That's fine if somebody else is there to pay some of that mortgage on just a regular house, and that person loses their job, that mortgage is coming out of my pocket.
Right. Yep. True.
So that's the name of the game. So, and it's
awesome.
a lot of.
Glad you're up here, Justin. Glad you're here, and hopefully you can meet us at the next face-to-face too.
Oh, for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah, if you're here in St. Louis, you got to show up to the real thing. Yeah, this is a virtual one.
When's the next one you guys are doing that?
It's next Tuesday in Fairview Heights. Next Tuesday at Hooters in Fairview Heights.
Yep. Nope. I'll be there.
Awesome. Sounds good. Love to put the face with the name.
Yep.
Or name with the face, whatever. However that goes.
Be there or be square.
That's right. So we got Solomon, Rodney, Tamerica. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm sorry. Would any of you like to tell us a little bit about yourselves?
And
I'll go ahead. I'm Janine Ford. I am a buy and hold investor in Cleveland, Ohio. Been doing it a long time, about 23 years. The traditional way, getting stuff off the MLS and auctions. And so now I am investigating creative finance because after listening to Chris, I realized I have been doing it the wrong way.
Or there's more tools to put in your tool belt, right?
Yes, because once it gets to the MLS, it's kind of too late.
But you've been doing it for 23 years, so you must be doing something right.
Yeah, just you can get one every so often, but I like to increase from 9 to 5, and I like to kick that to the curb. So
sure. No, I understand that. Trust me,
right?
I do. And what do you do? What's your 9 to 5?
I am an auditor at a bank.
Okay, so you got a mind for numbers.
Yep.
That's awesome. Nobody's gonna sneak by the wrong ARV across you.
Right.
That's right. Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us, Janine, out of Cleveland, Ohio.
You're in one of the hottest markets in America too.
And every time I hate when somebody says they're like, "Where should we invest?" They're like, "Ohio." I'm like, no, shh. Like, don't. Every time somebody says that.
Stay out of here.
As long as you're on the right side of that equation, that's the whole thing. Make sure you're on the beneficial side, the beneficiary side of that equation, because it's going to happen one way or the other. No matter if it's an up market, down market, sideways market, be on the right side of that equation. That's the whole tricky part of this.
Absolutely. We got some new folks on here too. Is it China? Am I saying it right?
Yes, it's China, Rich. Thank you so much.
Hey, China.
Hey,
Welcome.
China.
What market are you in, and what do you do?
So right now I'm studying finance at DePaul University. I'm in the Chicago market. I also Chicago market as a home market, and I also am trying to expand out to the Atlanta market as well. So I understand that everybody was just doing their introductions. I was watching live via YouTube, and I just figured that I should come on and actually be present. So what my wholesaling business is focused and centered around is operations and systems. So then that way I don't have to be, I mean, I understand I have to be readily present and available, but more so understanding the structures and the systems that go behind the scenes in this line of works, then that way my business is efficient and everything is able to be streamlined.
So you're already doing deals.
Oh no, I actually haven't done a deal yet. I just acquired about 10,000 leads, however, and I ended up hiring on a VA. So I'm going through that process. So trying to speed up.
Hey, that's a great that's a nice way to start. You know, if you're gonna do it, that's a great way to do it, because some people wait till they get flooded and then they're trying to find a VA and then they got to train the VA and then they're 30 calls behind.
Right.
So no, that's a great way to do it. That's a fantastic way to do it. Thanks for joining us. Glad you're here, and feel free to ask questions and partake as much as you'd like here.
Okay.
So moving on here, I think we got Brock. We got Brock out there again. Solomon, Rodney, Nestor is here joining us, and I thought I saw Brock on video, but no, there he is. He's back. What's
Brock
going on,
in the building.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Not much, buddy. Tell us where are you from and what do you do?
All right, so I'm also a college student. I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana. So I do wholesale. We closed our first property, I guess, going on like a month ago. But right now. But my main business is like I'm a marketer, so I work with like real estate professionals, and we do like lead generation and marketing for them. So real estate agents, investors, things of that nature. So yeah, that's we're junior. Got one more year left.
Okay, nice. Of college, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, okay, you didn't quite have that high school face going on, but I know you weren't that old. I know you're not that old. Junior college, and what are you studying?
It doesn't really correlate per se. It's psychology.
Okay, no, it does. I mean, honestly, you get in the mind of the seller, get in the mind of the buyer, right? I mean,
yeah, for real.
You get the whole Maslow's hierarchy of needs.
Yeah.
Just to put it out there, like, you also know about how people respond to incentives. So don't discredit what you're doing. You can absolutely apply it to the real estate world. My 2 cents.
Heck yeah, Angel. Angel, what did you do in your past life? Come on, Angel.
I'm an economist. Which is also a social science, which also is the study of how people respond to incentives.
Social science. Sure thing.
So does that all help you in this thing we do called real estate?
It actually does, because I'm able to establish relationships in a totally different way that makes me memorable. And it allows me to be like true to my roots and true to who and what I am. And so I'm just super memorable because I go about it a completely different way.
Yeah, I think I have that naturally, because how people are like, I think I know. No, you either know me or you don't. It ain't no, I think I know. It ain't no other people like me.
Oh, I gotcha.
They broke the mold, man.
Like, my hair is blue and purple.
There you go.
But it's absolutely, it's like, and it's one of those like all or nothing things. Like, people either like me or they don't. There's not a lot of middle ground.
Yeah, and everybody not gonna like you. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Just get it done early. I'd rather find it out early.
Get those naysayers out of the way.
True.
I'd rather find out early. So who here on the call is actually working on a deal or working on a lead, working on a deal that, that's got something going on right now? What you got going on, Brock?
So I have a land deal I'm working on right now. So it's kind of funny how this deal kind of came across. So I was going through Zillow literally like a few days ago, and I was just going through, there's certain keywords you can use to like help you bring out like certain like potential leads. Some of them are for sale by owner, and some of them are agents. And I was going through certain things. I was doing YouTube videos. I was just going through. I was downtown at the library, and I came across some land. And I was like, that don't look right. Like, it was cheaper. So I figured, I'll go and call them out. I called up the agent who was had the land. It was still in the market for like 3 or some days. So that was kind of already a red flag. And nobody, and then also like you can see like the land, like you can see like like when they take the listing price off. So I could tell it wasn't selling. So it was probably overpriced. So I called them up. The lady was real nice. You know, she kind of knew what I was doing. She knew what I was wholesaling. She didn't have a problem with that. Talked to her. And then it was funny, after I got off the phone with her, I was talking to I work with two other guys, Alan and Jeff. We're all, he's my partner. He's his second year in his master's, and Jeff is like an accountant. We all have known each other for a while, and we start working together. And it's funny, Alan's dad just retired, and he's looking to buy a lot of land, and the land's in Fort Wayne where he lives at. So I already have a buyer and all that kind of stuff. When we know he has the money to buy the property. So at this point now, I'm just trying to talk to the seller and the agent. The agent's actually willing. They already are saying they're willing to negotiate. So I should be able to get. I want to get down to a certain price. Land's always kind of interesting. Because I already know Alan's dad.
What does he want to pay for it?
I asked Alan that. He said he's probably, because he wants to give us business, right? But he also wants to get a good deal on the property as well. And Alan said he'll talk to him, kind of see what he wants. But I think I can get, they're asking like 31. I think we can get down to like 20.
But that's the seller. What would the buyer pay though? Do you know what they would pay? I'm trying to help you reverse engineer it without having to think so hard.
Yeah, Alan said his dad had like 250 grand on pocket right now. So he'd probably be willing to pay about 45, 50 for that land. It's how many acres is it?
So that's what I would start with. I would say, hey, Dad, Alan's dad, or whoever his name is again. So would you be willing to pay 50 for this land? They say yes. You go lock it up for that number you say you can get. You got a deal. It's just land. It ain't like they got to go in and look at it, right?
Exactly. Like it was so weird because I was like looking through. I'm like, wait, you can't even really comp this stuff correctly because each land's different. It's not like how you can comp your property. It's completely weird.
Yeah.
So I was like, it's honest. I would say it's easier. It's like I don't say that, but compared to the first property we did, it was hard.
So that's the reason why I say that. That person that's the buyer, that's your comp. We don't need a comp if I got a buyer. If the buyer's willing to pay X and I can get it for Y, why even try? Just go get it and make that money, my guy.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't overthink this thing. If you got a buyer on the hook and the seller ready to go, ain't no reason to overthink it and try to overprocess it. What do you think about that, Rich? You're muted.
I did mute myself. Dang it! I gotta stop doing that. No, that's dead right. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're talking about vacant land, a lot, or a house. I mean, the numbers work the same. If you got a buyer, like Chris said, would buy it for Y, and you can get it for X. Get it for X and make that spread. Yeah, don't overthink it.
Don't be trying to look for let me make a perfect comp. Nobody cares. The comp is the buyer. The buyer, the marketplace is the comp. We all like, let's look at comps. Let's look at comparables. Let's look at the CMA, comparative market analysis. That's great, but I beat those numbers many times because it's all about what does the buyer want? What does the seller want? And I'm the meat in the middle. Make a sandwich out of it. Not a sandwich, a sandwich.
That's right. And I mean, those numbers are like Chris said, those numbers are good at times, and you hear all the times all you need is one buyer, right? All you need is one buyer. And if you got that one buyer that wants to buy it for more than the price you can get it under contract, do it.
Yeah, don't overthink this thing. I mean, seriously, because you'll wait and play around before you know it'll be gone. Somebody else will go move on it. What is it that you're waiting on now?
I just talked to the lady earlier today. So right now I have to call back Alan. So I'm gonna call him tonight. I know they're doing some stuff. They're completely out of town. Like they're in a whole different state right now. So they really didn't want to they'll be back tomorrow, but I can call back tonight and see if he can talk to his dad on the way back home and see like, hey, what does he want to pay for it? And then we can just move on tomorrow.
Yeah, and then you get that paperwork locked up because the paperwork makes the paperwork. It ain't gonna do you no good if you ain't got no paperwork on none of this stuff. Lock in the seller, lock in the buyer, boom, snap, crackle, pop.
Done deal.
Easy peasy, what they call lemon squeezy.
That's awesome. That's great, Brock. What do you think, man? You think you're ready to move forward on that?
Oh yeah. Sure.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Good, man. Good. That's awesome.
All right.
Cool. See, you got Terrell just joined us. Whoa, what's going on, big man? T? Oh, can't hear you. You're muted. Uh-oh. He's saying something. Hold on. Can you unmute yourself? Yeah, no.
Can you hear me?
Now
You
we
hear me?
can.
Okay, that's what's up. I just woke up. I caught you right on time. I say, damn, the Zoom meeting's going on. Let me get on there real quick.
I'm glad you made it, man. Glad you made it.
What's up? What's up? What's going on? I got
Not
that.
much.
I got that deal closing on the 24th.
I knew you was gonna get that deal closed, Terrell.
Deal closed.
Tell us about the
What's
deal
up? What's
again.
up, Chris?
Tell everybody about what's going on with that deal. Just a little overview for people who may be wondering what deal you're talking about.
And who
I
are
have
you and
a
where are you
deal.
from?
Say it again, Rich.
Said who are you and where are you from, and then tell us about the deal.
Oh, I'm from St. Louis, Terrell Darden. I do. I don't want to say wholesaling.
It's all right.
I forgot what you was doing.
Oh, come on now. You're in a sign-on.
Yeah, a sign-on. Yeah. But yeah, I drive around. I'm really active now on it because I've been getting some results from it. But I finally, my friend was telling me that he wanted to move to California, and I knew he owned the house and he was going to be trying to get rid of the house. So I just automatically told him, hey, I want to buy the house from you, you know, because he's been seeing me doing the real estate stuff already. So he like, yeah, man, come on over, man. And I'll sign the papers and we can get it going. I was like, great, I'll be over there tomorrow. So I went over there and showed him the purchase agreement or whatever, and he signed it. And I took it up to the title company to open up escrow with it. And it came back with a $2,200 lien on the taxes. He had tax lien $2,200.
Oh, say it ain't so. That ain't no such thing as that, is it?
Yes, it is.
It never happened.
It never happened.
But you know, by this being my first deal, and you know, I think I'll make like $7 grand on it. I was like, man, look, I give you half, you pay half on your taxes.
Yeah.
But I negotiated that with him before I went over there. I was like, because he was telling me that might show up if I turn it into escrow. So I was like, I don't care if it does. If it does, I pay half of that, you know, or whatever.
Right.
So I turned it in escrow. They told me about the tax, and I was like, yeah, you owe it. But I was like, I'm still gonna put it on Facebook. I ended up putting it on Facebook Marketplace. After I took some pictures and stuff, of it, took a little video of it, and I posted that on Facebook. And I had a lot of buyers inboxing me about it, you know, so. But I went on ahead, and this dude, he was text messaging me his proof of funds, I guess, his bank account numbers and all this stuff.
So wait a minute, that sounds like a real buyer. That sounds like a real buyer.
We've done this a couple times.
I'm like, damn, this dude showing me his bank account numbers and all this stuff. I'm like, okay. But he kept calling me. I'm like, yeah, he's a serious buyer. I'm like, let's do this, man. He sent this paperwork over with DocuSign, and he wanted to close with his title company. I'm like, I don't care who you want to close with. I'm just, just come on, let's get the process going.
Right.
I believe I'm too excited. I should slow down. Maybe I could get a couple of more thousand for it, but I'm not really tripping off that long.
What did he put
going, and I know
what did he put towards the EMD, earnest money deposit?
$2,000.
So he's serious. He put some skin in the game. Bam.
Yeah. It's closed.
So he using a different title. So the seller side using one title company, and the buyer side is using a different title company. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. As long as they can negotiate, they can communicate.
How's that going for you so far? I mean, has it been pretty smooth as far as communication between the two title companies and whatnot?
Say it again, Rich.
I said, has the communication between the two title companies been pretty solid, pretty good?
Yeah. I just talked to my title company yesterday, and I just faxed some other information over to their title company.
Cool.
Yeah. So
a lot of people don't know you can do that. A lot of people don't know you can do that. A lot of people think you have to do the same title company.
Right.
I didn't know you can do it. Like I said, I'm still new in the game. So
Yeah.
like you guys say all the time, feel forward. Like I'm saying, I'm like, I don't care how it go down.
But you see, that's why I said that clearly, so people listening can understand that the seller had their own title company and a buyer had their own title company. It don't have to be the same.
Yeah.
I prefer them to be the
Yeah.
same, or I want them to communicate because they can't run into issues
It'll go
like,
faster. Yeah.
especially if there's any kind of friction.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
It makes it smoother. It does, but don't let that be. And to Chris's point, don't let that be something that keeps you from getting the deal done. If the seller's like, oh no, look, I've got this bit, I want you to close at my buddy's title company, XYZ title company. I mean, that's something you can talk about. Say, okay, you can do your side. I'm going to do my side at the place I usually do it. Whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
I eliminate that by saying in all my documents it says that the buyer will choose the closing, the title company. So,
Right.
But
you let the buyer choose the.
Yeah. So
okay.
Yeah, break that down for them, Rich.
That's kind of what I was doing. I'm like, you want to buy the property, you can close at any title company you want, as long as I get my assignment fee.
That's right.
So
as long as I got a checking account that works, that isn't negative.
So that's kind of the reason why I don't necessarily put them in escrow immediately until I find a buyer, so I can put it in the escrow at the title company that the buyer is going to use, so that they're at the same place. That's why I don't normally, because I've used like 12 different title companies.
That's what the buyer was even telling me, because the buyer been in the game at the same time, and he know that this like my first deal, so he was like, next time just wait until you get the buyer and whoever the buyer, so he kind of throwing something out there for me too.
Exactly. So yeah, you want to definitely, that's why I normally don't wait. I wait until I get a buyer, lock them in, then we put it in escrow so that the buyer and the seller's at the same place and we don't have no miscommunication. Because lo and behold, those who don't know, these title companies, woo! You got a title company story for us, Rich?
I mean, honestly, I work with some great title companies. I do. But you get one every once in a while. Some not the fault of their own, and some are like, we're all human, kind of thing. But I've had title companies flat out tell me they won't do assignments, or they won't do whatever. It's just weird. So if you have a title company you're trying to build a relationship with, do that, obviously. But if they don't have the experience in doing what you're trying to do, don't let that discourage you. Just find another title company that does. So I'm sure Chris now has seasoned title companies that know exactly how he does business. So if he were to call a new one for some reason and they said, no, I don't know how to do that, he's not going to freak out. He's just going to go back to the ones that he know how to do what he does.
In fact, I'm about to test out a new one now. I found a new one for creative deals, but we're going to see if they can handle it. We're going to give them one. Supposed to be closing one here this week, but I'm trying to see the next deal I get, but I'm going to put it through this new company so I can vouch for them. I say, yeah, they're good or bad.
That's awesome. I did see we got a new person on the call. We got a Rich C.
Rich C in a place to be.
How's it going, Rich? Tell us who you are, where you at, what market you in, what do you do? Uh-oh. Can't hear you, buddy.
Can you hear me?
Now we can.
Loud and clear.
Yeah, I'm on Facebook. I'm Richard Knox.
Ah, that's you.
Yeah, that's me. Like, Facebook won't let me change my name. Like, really, my last name is C.
Oh,
but
okay.
I used to do music back in the day. I was a rapper. They knew me out there.
Okay.
And, I went by Fort Knox, so they wouldn't let me change the Knox off of my name. So when people see Rich C, they're like, "Oh, okay, are you new to this?" I'm like, "No, I'm all over the place. I'm Richard Knox on Facebook." So I just tuned. I literally just came back from getting some video of a property that I just got. So I was like, let me jump on, see what y'all talking about. So
heck yeah. That's awesome, man. What market you in?
St. Louis.
That's what I thought. I thought I knew you from there. Awesome.
Yeah.
And so you do mostly wholesaling, or you do a little bit of everything? What do you do?
Yeah, primarily wholesale. That's my bread and butter.
Sure.
That's what I do.
You can definitely butter a lot of pieces of bread with that.
Oh yeah, man. It's a very, very lucrative business as long as you take it as such.
Right.
Some people, they come in and they think that it's just gonna fall in your lap. If you're not a hustler and a for real go-getter, this is not the business for you.
True. It's, and part of that's the fault of all those gurus out there, right? No, there's no, it's easy. It's easy. You can wholesale in your sleep. It's so easy. Right.
Yeah. The minute I stopped listening to what the gurus said, I started making money.
Yeah.
When I was trying to follow what they said and thought I had to have all this access money to have all these 1,000 different systems. Yeah, I was just like throwing money away, pissing off a lot of money. And once I realized, I'm like, okay, let me kind of find like one niche and start structuring my business around that. And like my thing was, when I first started out, I was limited on funds.
Mm-hmm.
So I started getting bandit signs. I get the bandit signs, 18 by 24, the corrugated plastic sign, be up handwriting them bad boys.
Yeah.
You hand wrote them?
Ready to go on Friday nights.
You hand wrote them bad boys?
I hand wrote them, dog. Like,
anybody else on the call do that? Anybody else hand wrote a sign before? I have. Anybody else? Yeah.
I hand wrote them until I found a source to get them where they're already written.
Yeah.
So for those that's thinking about doing that, let me help them first before you go on through your story. Go to wokesigns.com. You can make it look handwritten and you don't have to write it out. Wokesigns.com is ready to go.
How many signs you get? Chris,
you get
100.
Price, you get 100 bandit signs for $99. You can customize them, make it say whatever you want it to say, and it's totally up to you.
That's awesome.
That's a good deal.
It is.
That's definitely a good deal.
It is.
Free shipping, by the way, too. $99 free shipping, and 100 signs. I mean, it's $1 a sign. How cheap can it go? You won't even care if they take them down at that price. Because I've definitely paid more.
Oh, nice.
Oh wow! We buy houses as is cash. Look at him.
Right?
Yeah.
Heck yeah, that's what I had starting out. I had my
magnet. I think I bought 3 houses from Car Magnets, so they definitely work.
They do.
Actually, not a wholesale. Bought those houses.
Okay, nice.
I want to be clear about that because I was thinking it was going to be a wholesale deal because we don't really market for wholesale deals. Our signs say, sell your house for full price. And they call, how you going to do that? Well, let's talk about it.
Right. Let's talk.
Starts the conversation.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you got, Brock?
Okay. I ain't trying to pitch anything, not doing all that. But
oh, you sound like you about to pitch something. Let me take it off of you. Hold on.
Now I think I'm on Clubhouse or something. But for, like I said, I'm in digital marketing, so we work with wholesalers, we work with investors, we work with real estate agents. We do a whole month free of charge. All you do is you pay for your ad revenue. So we do Facebook ads, Instagram ads. We also help you like manage your content and also do like brand awareness and brand media.
How much I need to get started?
You said what?
How much I need to get started?
When it comes to it, now that depends on how much you want to run for your ads. So
20,000.
You said 20,000?
No, I just messing with you.
Hey, Brock was about to jump on that.
Brock,
offline right now.
I'm like, dang.
Just like that.
Brock, I sound like this.
Now we do all the work for that first full month for free. It's all about building rapport, showing you we can actually get real results and not just bull crapping. And then if you want to move on and move forward, and you can in a month. If not, you can cancel the agreement, be done.
So there you go. Oh, so there's an agreement. See, I hear those words. I listen real good. I be acting like I don't be hearing it, but
hey, you can opt out at any moment if you don't like it.
I know that's
Brock,
right.
How would somebody?
He froze up. I think he was asking, how do they connect with you? What is the contact method for that pitch you just pitched?
Anybody else on the call has some kind of service that can add that thing? Tell us about it. It's fine. How would anybody get a hold of you to talk?
You can actually shoot me a text or you can call at my phone number. It's 317-600-8419. Or you can shoot us an email at atlasmediagroup37@gmail.com.
Let me make sure I got that right here. So it's 317-600-8419.
Yes.
Or Atlas Media Group 317 at, you said Gmail?
Yes.
Gmail.com.
Yep.
All right. And if you want to pop that in, if you got a chance, and you
Put
got
it in
the
the chat,
opportunity to,
yeah.
put it in the chat. Yep, absolutely. Put it in the chat.
Cool. Anybody else here actually working on a deal? I like talking about deals. This is where we
Yeah.
learn and grow at. Where's the deals at?
That's right.
Or a deal
Keep
you
that
thought
one.
was going to be a deal that wasn't a deal that we can learn from. Who's
Keep
talking
that
to
one.
some sellers? Who have you talked to in the last 7 days talking about they want to sell their house, but we couldn't close them?
Oh, I got one. I got 100.
Come on with it, Mark. Drop
Oh,
something
all
on.
right, Mark. Come on, talk to us. Talk to us, Mark.
So, you know, I'm out here in Jacksonville, Florida. Like I was explaining, I had a nice older lady. I was driving with the Deal Machine app, and I happened to pull up on a property that actually had a FSBO sign in the yard. So I was calling, you know, a parcel of land and a property that was next door to this particular property. So I called the lady, scheduled an appointment with her, went over there a couple of days later, walked through the property, saw it. She just simply wanted too much money for it. She was very educated. She was an older lady, but she was very educated. She had been having properties for a very long time. So she was educated as far as what her property was valued at, what it could sell for an as-is condition. Although to make a deal with me, it would have been considerably less than what she wanted. So pretty much just lost the deal due to the numbers, but we built a great rapport. She actually called me the other day to inform me of a property that she actually drove by that she wanted me to look up on as a lead to purchase. So
Damn,
you'd
have got a bird dog on them.
Yeah, I don't know why she did that, but she was cool, you know, and we chopped it up. But it was just about it was a numbers thing. The numbers just wouldn't work for a wholesale deal, and the condition of the property couldn't pique my interest as far as a creative deal, because I don't want to put the money in to get it up to speed to where I would feel comfortable finding a tenant buyer for the property. So
how much would you have to put into it?
Full rehab, you know, you starting at least 40 to 50 any house you walk into, for real. So I mean, a full rehab to bring it up to like 2021 standards, you starting at 50.
And what's the ARV?
Nice, pretty. The ARV on that property could range from 180 to 225, but it really depends. I would say it's in the 170 to 180 range. They consider it riverfront, but it's technically not riverfront, but the river's kind of in her backyard, but not really.
Has she sold it yet?
No, she has not sold the property. In fact, the FSBO sign was actually quite faded, so it's been out there for a while.
I mean, is that the only marketing she's done? Has she been online at all? Or has it just been more so that she signed in the yard, or?
She's been talking to realtors, which is always a bad thing, in my opinion, who soup their head up to think that she get all this money, which is one of the reasons we couldn't come to a deal. You know, they came with their CMAs and their fancy folders, and they kind of put her in a state of delusion. But she's not motivated. She doesn't need to sell. You understand?
Is she open to something creative, or she said she just don't want to do that?
No, I talked to her about a possibility of doing a creative deal, but she said she just didn't want to hold the note. The house actually has a reverse mortgage on it, but it's not upside down. It's not upside down yet. So a cash deal would have been appropriate if I could have gotten it for because it was free and clear. So she put a reverse mortgage on it to take some money. So if I could have gotten it for what she currently owes, we could have had a deal. But she wanted more than what she currently owes on the reverse mortgage. So a couple years from now, it'll be underwater. And you'll need to do a short sale to get out of it. And I don't know anything about short sales at all.
I don't know. You got any tips for him, Angel? What can he do with that, Angel? She said, not me.
I know some guys that do short sales, but short sales have a lot of the moving parts.
Yeah, because
I mean, you got to find somebody that's been doing it for a bit, because it's not something you just hop into.
Yeah, I don't think the problem of it is the short sale. I think the problem of it is being a reverse mortgage. Because if it wasn't reverse, there was a way to still do that deal. You know, just because
like you can buy out of a reverse mortgage. It's just a real big pain in the ass. Like there's a house a few streets away from us that was a reverse mortgage. The guy passed away. And the people that are holding the reverse mortgage want like 3 times the value of the house, and they think they're going to get it because they don't know the market here.
Yeah, the way that it's structured, the reverse mortgage aspect is very simple. She owes 100 currently on the reverse mortgage, but she wants 150. Now, if I could get it for 100, and be all in at 150, we have a deal. You know what I'm saying? We got a good deal. But because she wants 150, because she wants to walk away with something, the chances are she's going to end up holding the property until she's underwater, until that reverse mortgage, I don't know how to call it, retro amortizes until she owes way more than the property is worth, if that makes any sense. So that's why I'm like, if I can't get it now for what you owe, then we're going nowhere with this. But she was nice.
I'm trying to think, and there's no way to do that as a lease option, a sandwich lease option. I don't know. I mean, them numbers kind of tight. So, yeah. I mean, she's not that motivated. There's nothing wrong. But at least she got a good rapport out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a second.
Good rapport.
Is she willing to hold on to it and let you pay for it while she lives in it? Like to hold the note, like tote the note, and you pay for it, and like she lives in it?
She's not living in it.
What you mean? I buy it for what she owes, and then what do you mean? Break that down, because I'm not.
I'm trying to think of a way for her to like, because basically the reason why she wants the reverse mortgage is because she's getting money and she's getting to stay in her house. So what's another way that you can own it, but she gets money and she gets to stay in her house?
I don't want her in the house. I want her gone.
Exactly.
So I can either flip it or put somebody else in there who's going to pay me a chunk of money. I don't want her as a tenant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wouldn't be beneficial to me if she stayed in the actual property. You know what I'm saying? And she's not paying anything. She wasn't paying anything before she put the reverse mortgage on it. She just did it to
start. You have another house you could trade her?
No, I don't have another house I could trade. But I wouldn't want to trade it because the condition, I got to put money into it. But I would have went ahead and made that my first flip. If I got it for what she owed, I would have went ahead and did that and found financing and did what I had to do, because the equity is there if I get it for what she owes. But lost the deal because of numbers. It was just a very simple, not really motivated, because she didn't have a need to sell. She wasn't desperate, and the numbers just didn't make sense.
Well, good thing there's a thing called the coronavirus that's still going. The pandemic is almost over, but times will definitely change, and her attitude may change in 2 months, 3 months, 5 months.
A few months from now, she's gonna call your boy.
She's gonna be knocking on the door
out here.
She's gonna be like, Mark, can you save me?
To get the Rona, it's going to be called Rona State, because all this real estate is going to get infected and people won't be calling me left and right. I guarantee it.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's, when that reverse mortgage is what makes it funky, because outside of that, there's some other stuff you can do, but I would stay away from that one, generally speaking. I mean, from what I've heard, it's, it's too many things going on. I'm not saying it can't be done. It just got to be worth the headache and the issue.
Yeah, if it was just a HELOC or something like that, I wouldn't have a problem with it. But you're talking reverse mortgages, it gets strange, it retro amortizes, and what you owe constantly goes up. It's never getting paid down. So it's kind of tricky.
Yeah.
And I'm not experienced enough to deal with that,
Especially as a first deal. I mean, but
that's too crazy for the first deal. That'll get me right up out the game. I don't need that.
You come in swinging and bucking and swinging.
Man, they gonna buck me out the game and swing me out. Now I'm straight.
I know that's right. All right. Anybody else working on a deal? Talking to some sellers.
I got a few I'm working on. Let's see. I got a 4-family unit. It's floating around. I got it on Facebook also. It's a 4-family over on Lexington, and let's see. I got about 5 buyers lined up for it. One of my buyers who they're from Colorado, they actually came down, seen the property. Initially, this is my first time working with this buyer. I normally don't work with buyers who have to get financing and all that stuff. And I got someone new that I'm working with. So when they, vetted them, I guess they were under the impression that they were, liquid buyers.
What's the price of it?
58.
Oh yeah, that's cheap enough for a 4-family. I got 2 buyers begging me for something like that right now.
Yeah, dude, when I say I've been bombarded, Like
why are they sold yet though?
No. I just recently got it.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say that sounds like that should be gone yesterday. The way these people been begging for multifamily.
And they came out to see it a few days ago.
Oh,
so
okay.
I found out that they were using financing. They already approved, but they were saying it's going to be like 20 business days. So when you incorporate the weekends, it's like too far out that I want to.
How much can they put down for that EMD? You drop me 10 grand, 20 grand, 30 grand down, take your 20 days. Cause I know they serious now. That weeds out the real from the fake. You know that.
if I didn't have other buyers who are already like, hey, listen, I can close like as soon as title is done, I would have went with that option. So I got a guy already who he's gonna put down EMD on it tomorrow. He said he's gonna put down EMD on it tomorrow. I'll get them over.
And another thing too, Rich, before you go too far, if there's so many buyers, you need to up their price. I mean, you know, I mean, price sales when we get done. Even if I gotta wait, hey, if I gotta wait an extra 10 days, hey, extra 10,000. Not saying they're gonna be real, but hey, you gotta play the game. Don't just lock these people out because they want to buy that property. They might want to pay more for that inconvenience for you. You know what I mean? Might be leaving money on the table just thinking to save 5 days. It may not be worth it.
You know what? I do that. I think about that a lot. Like I'm not gonna lie, like I've never done that before, but like a lot of my deals I do get like them hounded, like want to jump on them, and I kind of
take that price up. They say everybody want property. Hey, the highest bidder. Hell, hey, I put it out at 59. This dude told me 69. He can close in 10 days. Can you beat that? You said, oh, all right, and there you go. 25, 35, 45, sold.
So I made it's really hard for me because once I like set it in stone, I tell people like I don't like create the bid war kind of thing.
Man, you in business, Rich. Don't put yourself in that box. You in business. You trying to get paid. Get out there. Just get that out your mind. I don't want to. Man, we playing this game called real estate. You want to get paid or you want to go home?
I want to get paid.
All right, well, get paid. Get that mindset out. Delete that. Get your money. Especially when you got some people won't. They might pay up to 80 or 90, even 100 for it. And we are pretty much, well, I just want to make it. Man, hey, this is business. It's still business. Not saying you gotta beat anybody up intentionally or nothing, but if the marketplace is driving something up or telling you something different than what you or I think, because I don't even care. It ain't about what I think. It ain't even about what you think or nobody on this call. What does the marketplace think? The marketplace think is worth more, so let them pay more.
Okay. I think I'm gonna start doing that. It was just something like you said in my mind to where I never just did that. I'm like, okay, the price is the price.
It's made up, Rich. that's the simplest I can put it. All these numbers, every number you've ever heard is made up. Somebody made it up. I don't care what number it is. 50,000, 100,000, 200,000 is made up out of thin air. Somebody made it up, so you become a good maker upper.
Maker upper. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing it, man. I'm gonna try and get out of my own way because I can't get a lot more. Because that was one thing I've been messaging back with Brandon. You know, I forget his last name. Real cool dude, and he was like, man, you know, you should start like thinking of like growing and like looking at, you know, your spreads.
Yeah, because somebody I only want to make 5 grand, or wholesalers can only make 10 grand. Man, somebody come drop 30, 40, 50 grand on top. I mean, I didn't tell them to do it. The marketplace did it. It ain't like, you know, it's worth what it's worth. It's worth whatever somebody's willing to pay for it. Whatever you're selling, it's worth whatever somebody's willing to pay for it.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to start doing that. I did the same thing. I had a property over in 63. It was over there in the Central West End.
Oh my, 63108. Don't tell me that.
Over there where they're doing all the construction, all of the new construction and rehab. It's where it's the new Central West End extend where they're expanding it to.
63112.
No, it's
63. I don't know. Well, I get you.
I forget, but this was about 3 weeks ago. You know, the numbers are I don't even remember them anymore. Like it's still like the deal. And so the guy, the buyer that contacted me on that one, he wasn't on my buyers list. So I mean, he was just eager, like trying to get it, like hammering me on it. So I'm like, okay. So I told him, I was like, I think I got it on the contract for, I want to say 9. I think I got it down to like 9, 10. Got it down to 9. It was a solid property. And I told him, I think I moved it. I originally told him, I had under 9. I told him, I think like 17. It was like 17, and he took it like immediately.
You didn't even think about it.
I'm like, I think I just like I could have went up another 10. I know I could have, but I was like, hey, you know what? I'm not gonna, you know, go back and forth over it, and I just went with it, even though I knew better, like how fast he accepted it, I'm like, I probably could have got like another 5 or 10.
Well, remember what you wasn't here when the first started this room up. I originally came out saying that, you know, this people are overpaying for properties. This whole mindset of oh, it's this and that. If somebody willing to overpay, why are you stopping them?
Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna stop them. What do you think about that, Rich?
Yeah, true. Let the market dictate, because the market's going to tell you, right? The market's going to tell you if you overpaid, right? So why not let the market tell you what somebody is going to pay?
Yeah. I do that a lot. The same time I had a deal over on Balmoral Drive, and it was a 3-1. Came from that was from a tire landlord, which is an amazing list. Like my last 6 deals all came from tired landlords, and so this guy he wanted out of the property. The tenant hadn't been paying, and he hadn't paid in like a year or whatever. So I have some particular buyers where, you know, they don't care if they're behind or not, as long as it, you know, meets the metrics for their numbers. So they like to be like, you know, 40 all in. That's purchase, any work that needs to be done, that kind of thing. So this property was like ready to go. Like I said, with 3-1, finished basement, that kind of thing. And I got that one I got it for 15. Got under contract for 15,000. I assigned it for 22, and again they came in instantly, wanted it.
Hell yeah, it was a slam dunk deal.
And
it was ready to go.
What I forgot, I was like, they're 40 all in. They don't have to come in, maybe some paint, because he was one of those tenants to where he does stuff to the property anyway.
Right.
Because he originally he had a contract. He was doing the lease to own with the owner.
Yeah.
And so he was already fixing the property up, put new sink fixtures, all that stuff in there, painted the walls, all of that. And so, but he defaulted on the agreement. And so he was under the impression, because the seller didn't tell him that he was going to sell the property, right? So initially, the seller he was going to take the property and donate it to a church that was down the road, and be able to do something with the taxes on it. I guess write it off or something, or something like that. So I said, well, wait, let's not. You don't have to do that. There's another option. I can get you some cash immediately. You know, you don't have to do that. So we came down to, because he initially wanted like 20 something for it, got him down to 15, and those particular buyers, they came in instantly. And I'm like, dude, I keep doing this to myself where I'm like, I'm leaving money on the table
for no reason.
Yeah, for no reason. And you know, I've done quite a few deals with them. You know,
I bet you they do. They love you. They say, call me first. If you're gonna give me an extra $15,000 discount, man, you the man. And that's the thing people don't realize. You know, wholesalers, not saying it's good or bad, but you know, we influence this market in a lot of ways. You know, people try to act like, oh, it's just a wholesaler. The most you can make is 10 grand. Keep telling yourself that junk. That is a joke. That is a lie.
Yeah. Now I did get out of that mode, because initially I remember when I first started, I only had like 2 buyers. And I had one buyer who at that time he had bought like 3 deals from me. No, it was 2 deals. I had 2 deals in South City, which was one on Wisconsin, and the other was on Shenandoah. So he would like try to dictate and tell me like, okay, well, I'll pay you this amount for this deal. And I was kind of timid to say anything and go back against it, because I didn't want to ruin a relationship, and you know, afraid he wouldn't come back and buy any more deals from me, you know, that kind of thing. And so I kind of went with it like the first 2 or 3 deals, because I was just trying to make some money. You know, being honest, I was just trying to make some money and, you know, turn this into something. It was still me trying to prove that it even worked, and I could, like, you know, make a profit off of it. And then once I like started kind of like really understanding what was going on. It's like we're kind of the movers and the shakers on both in between, you know, the buyers and the sellers of what's going on. We kind of make this stuff happen, kind of like the glue to keep everything together, you know, that kind of thing. So once I started figuring that, I did make it where, you know, no buyers would ever tell me, okay, this is what I'll pay you. You know, it was it's just not to me. I have to start shipping it myself. You know, so yeah.
And that's another thing. Like, even when it comes to these wholesale deals, I do not negotiate assignment fees with anybody. In fact, my paperwork don't even have an assignment fee. It has a total contract purchase price. So you'll never even see me negotiating an assignment fee. The price is this, or what would you pay for this? And that's the number they see, not some, oh, Chris is going to make this much on that deal. You'll never see that on the paperwork. But see, that all come back to structuring the stuff right from the beginning so that you don't run into these problems with people, because the price is what the price is. And it even states on the assignment agreement that the original price may be omitted. Whatever I got under contract for $1, what difference does it make? Right. You know, the price is what the price is. So, you know, it all comes back to just reorganizing that thing between the ears and say, no, we're going to play this game called real estate and make our money, man. Because you're doing a valuable thing to the community.
Yeah. See, I was running into that because I was using copper title a lot for, you know, to close all of my deals, you know, Leslie now.
Yeah. Chesterfield title now. Shouts out to Chesterfield title.
Yeah, I know, right?
I got one in escrow right now. It's supposed to close this week.
With them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't. I've been sending everything like the 3 I got now. They're all down in copper. I mean, not copper. Continental. Southampton. Yeah, and they're a good group. They actually did my very first deal that I got a few years ago, and so I got everything going through them. But I love Leslie, Blake. I love the whole group down there. They get it done. Yeah, they definitely get it done.
So that's the name of the game. So you say you're going to change up the way you're looking at this stuff going forward. What are you going to do to tweak this stuff so that you can get bigger spreads going forward? What you going to do?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. I was running into that issue a little bit where when I was using with copper, what I would do, I would send a purchase and sell agreement on both sides, like with my seller side and my buyer, and they were running into, I guess they were having like problems because it was causing a double closing kind of thing. Even though they knew that I was still assigning it, but they still had it caused some.
Yeah, that's a double close if you got two purchase and sales agreements. You got to have a purchase and sales agreement and an assignment agreement. And really, we send them 3 documents: the purchase and sales agreement, the assignment agreement, and then the third document is what we call closing instructions that actually break down everything in plain English, so there's no confusion on what the fee is or none of that. So it's a summary sheet basically that we give them to kind of make it, you know, with the contact information of the seller, the buyer, their phone number, the email, all of that, so they don't have to ask me nothing. What's their email? What's their phone number? It's all on that sheet, nice and organized, so we can get this thing to the finish line.
Yeah, no, that's true. And one thing about it, I can't remember who said something earlier about as far as like dealing with title companies. I'll say this: make sure that, you know, like me, I'm one of those. I make sure that I'm on top of my deal, because you get a lot of, there's certain title companies where once you send over like your assignment agreement, they like pretty much will like just put you out of the deal, and we'll let you know once your check is written. But there's so many things that can go wrong from that point to closing, to where your deals will blow up in your face. So once I give it a new title company, I make sure I let them know, like, hey, I understand what your procedure may be, but I'm one of those to where I like to stay in the loop of what's going on.
Exactly.
You know, if the title things that may be like titles, St. Louis City, grass cut, whatever I need to know about. So that way I can go to my seller and just renegotiate. So yeah, make sure you have that relationship with the title company and what your expectations are.
That's funny you said it, because my first deal, bro, like, oh gosh, like it was like how you said you had to like follow through, and we actually had a good Palmani title. It's actually a good title company. They did a really good job. Thank goodness they actually communicate with us. Man, like there was documents that the seller was supposed to do that she was just like uncooperative. We didn't even know that it was on close. We were shocked that we couldn't get the seller to get the official documents. I mean, we got locked out the property at some point, conveniently after we tried to ask for a price reduction. You know what I'm saying? The next day we can't get into the property. And then oh gosh. And it was I think the last second to last, I think it was like 2 days before our contract expired. And it's okay, everything's turned in. You get a call from the title company. Everything's in. I'm like, when? Oh, just today. Okay. And then we open the close on them. We thought we were this close. And next you know, boom. Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry, it don't work. And it's just up and down. Oh my gosh, it's so up and down.
That's why you got to have a transaction coordinator if you can get one.
Yeah, those deals will blow up, man. I had one. This was maybe about 2 months ago. I had it was a deal out in Jennings. Now, title companies can mess your deals up, man.
What?
Can.
Say it again for the people in the back.
They can mess your deals up. All right. So listen. So I had a property. This one was in Jennings. Real solid property. Needed about 15, 20K worth of work, right? So that's not the part of it. So we get all the way down. Mind you, like I said, I'm not going to say what type of company it was because I had two deals that set to close back to back, 2 different days, 2 different properties, and the exact same thing happened on both deals, right?
Come on.
So listen, so check it out. So here we are, and mind you, I make the calls. I'm asking like, okay, is title work in? Do we have any liens or anything like that? Anything going on with the property? No, nothing. Everything's fine. It's that. So on closing morning, I find out that there's a lien on one of them for $2,000, right? $2,000 lien.
On the morning of closing.
Huh?
On the morning of closing.
On the morning of closing. It's $2,000 lien. So I'm like, oh my God. Like, come on. So somebody's gonna have to eat that, right? So on that deal, I was looking making $6,500 on that. So I'm like, listen, I'm not gonna make you the first option, right?
Never you. I'm finna say, please don't do that.
Definitely not gonna be me. So I called my buyers first. So I'm like, hey, this came up, yada yada yada. So they were like, well, can you go back to the seller and see if they'll eat it? So she moved her job moved her to not Ohio, I think it was like Kentucky or something. So I call her and I'm like, hey, there was a lien that came back on title for $2,000. Dude, I've been cussed out many times, right?
She cussed you out?
Man, could you believe it?
How she gonna cuss you out for something she did?
Yeah, she owed money and she's scolding you.
Cussed me out. I've never been, but it was like it was a tripod effect, like laugh, cry, all in like 60 seconds, right? She's crying. Oh my God, you in reference, I'm not paying. No deal. No, she's screaming, no deal. The deal's off. This is some BS. That because she was only gonna walk away with I think like 15, about 15,000. And she was like, this deal. No, it wasn't 15. It was like 10, I think. She was like, this means everything to me. This means everything to me. Y'all know y'all can pay that 2,000. Y'all have the money. This is some BS. I'm not doing this. And then she started crying. And then she started laughing. Well, at least it sounded like she was laughing at me. And I'm just holding the phone. I'm letting her, get it all out. And according to her, she didn't know anything about it, which they always say.
Right.
She said she knew nothing about it. And so this is why it's real important to build rapport with your sellers. Like sometimes I'll be on the phone. It can be 10, 15, 20 minutes and it has nothing to do with the property. And I just understand that. I look at that as a personal security deposit in case the ish hit the fan, right? So I do this because sometimes you'll have people who may come around, try to go behind your back, steal your deal, different stuff like that. So if you have that rapport with your sellers, then you're able to tap into that that emotion because, they'll feel like they know you, you're a friend, that kind of thing. And it's kind of hard to backstab someone that you have a relationship with. So I started talking to her and, I'm just laying it on real thick that, even though I knew that she knew, but I'm like, I'm a great judge of character. I forget her name. I'll call her Nancy. I'm like, I'm a great judge of character, Nancy. And, I honestly, wholeheartedly believe that, if you knew about this, you would have told me about this from the beginning. So I don't blame you at all. I don't blame you at all. If anything, I blame the title company because we should have known about it a lot sooner and we could have made sure that this was taken care of beforehand. Now, with that being said, we definitely want to get you this money because these are hard times. And, I understand with the pandemic and everything that's going on. And I said, we have the funds right now at title. Is that title? You'll receive your check today. They'll wire transfer everything over to you. We want to get this done today. And, it'll only be a $2,000 difference from what you're walking away with. And is that something you'd be able to do for us? We can get this taken care of for you and you won't have to worry about this again versus, if you walk away from this, then that's another 30 to 60 days of you having to worry about someone else buying it and going under contract and all that other stuff and just waiting. We'd rather help you out right now and get this off of your shoulders because I know that this has been, a big burden, on you. And then
so it sounds like you're offering speed and convenience. Is that what you're saying now?
That's what it was. And she said, she was still upset about it, but she went with it. She said, okay, I'll do it. And because we had to send a mobile notary over to her, where she was. She signed the paperwork, got it done, and yeah, man. And then the exact same thing happened the very next day on my deal. And
oh man, you're gonna have to say that title company name. I don't know. You said you ain't want to say it, but I probably been through them before. I've been through like 11 or 12
I promise you you have. I promise you have.
Let me see. I started with investors title, and I moved over to so.
That's the one. That's the one because he started laughing. That's the one.
It wasn't investor. I'm not gonna put him on blast.
He ain't gonna put him on blast. All right, never mind.
I can't. Maybe it was just my experience, but yeah. So I've been down at I've been doing all my deals at Continental now. So yeah.
I know that's right. Dang, that's crazy, Rich. I mean, this game is what you make of it, and your title company can make or break your deal. Man. I mean, I've had title companies have a buyer and seller in the same damn room talking about stuff. I'm like, what are y'all doing? You got them in there talking to each other.
Wait a minute.
That was the one and the last time I ever used that company. I ain't gonna say their name on the internet
either. They tried to get you out of there.
Like, did they? Because what I normally do, I always make sure I tell them like
they knew it.
The seller an hour apart.
Rich, I found this title company at a real estate meetup. They said this is the preferred one that specializes in working with investors. Why would you be having my seller and buyer in the same room at the closing?
Oh my God.
Talking to each other.
Livid, man. I would have been livid.
Huh?
First and last time I used them, but that's the story. Janine said she had a deal she's working on. Janine, you there?
Yes. This is totally outside of my wheelhouse. Like I mentioned earlier, I usually just get stuff off of the MLS or like in an auction. But someone referred this person to me. They it's a single family in the city of Cleveland. It's not on the market yet. The person is paying 2 mortgages, so that's a plus. However, on a house on this one mortgage on this house, and then they moved it to another house. So right now they're paying 2. The issue was a couple issues. They're saying they're going to they planned on putting it on the market for $55,000. It's worth about 30, and they owe 37. Even if it was rehabbed, you're only still going over that area probably for like 45. So I have not kind of presented any kind of offer to them. Because first off, in my, I'm usually a buy and hold type person. So I have to kind of switch from that. But to me, it doesn't even look like there's any room to do anything there.
Well, the reason there's no room because we didn't ask the powerful question. Would you sell it for what you owe on it? Shh. Stop right there. If they don't want to sell it for what they owe on it, we don't have nothing else to do. I mean, because we're not going no higher than that. I mean, I don't know if they want to go to try to get 55,000 and play the market and do that. That's their business. But we got to start off with questions, because the most questions we can ask, the better the question we ask, that's going to tell us what we can do. Because I don't know what they're going to say to that answer yet. I don't know what the answer is to that question. So it's kind of hard to tell, just, hearing what you said so far.
Right. So I was speaking to the son of the owner.
I would try to get to the owner if I can. If I can,
And then he didn't know at that piece. Said, well, there's a mortgage on it. And so I did not ask them that was what I was thinking about. Could they just take what they owed on it? But I haven't talked back to them to even say anything.
So if there is a way we can buy your house for what you owe on it, is that something you'd be open to?
Okay.
See, when you ask them questions, it just opens up everything. Like, it's exposing the elephant in the room. We don't know what they're going to say to this. They might say, well, how will that work? Well, no, I don't want to do that. I need 55 and not a dime less. We don't know what they're going to say. So we got to start somewhere. That's kind of where I would start with that.
Okay. Thanks.
All right. Rich, what you got for the upcoming ones before we get ready to wrap this room up? We've been going for a longer than normal, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
We've been getting down into some real estate today, huh?
That's right. We did. I love it, man. People bring their experiences and their questions. Heck yeah, man. This is awesome. So in the St. Louis area, we're having the face-to-face next Tuesday at 6 p.m. Hooters Fairview Heights. Free admission like always. Bring your mask and we'll do the whole thing like that. But it's a good time. We had a really great group last time at the Fairview Heights Hooters. Otherwise, we'll be doing another one the first Tuesday that's face in Maryland Heights, and then the next Zoom will be the second Tuesday of June, which is June 8th. So we'll do Zoom June 8th. If you want to put that on your calendar, everybody. If you don't actually get my emails, or if you just posted on Facebook your email address and I sent you an email today, do me a favor, go out to stlviplist.com and plug in your email address there and your cell phone number. That way I make sure you get all the invites for our meetups. That's stlviplist.com. It's going to look weird because I do use it for both my my seller leads too. But sorry,
we're going to set you up with another one, Rich.
Yeah, I know. I gotta get going. It's just right now. I've been
you can get a free landing page at who is it? Where can you get a free landing page at, Mark?
It's probably like woke landing page.
No, it's not.
Free landing page.
Yeah, where can you get one of them at, Mark?
Probably Wix.com or something like that. I mean, what you mean?
Yeah,
something like that.
Maybe there, but what about our favorite emailing site called MailChimp? Get you a free landing page right on MailChimp.com.
Yeah, I've got it with my my Moose End or whatever. I've got that too, but and I've got it through my Real Flow. I just haven't set it up yet.
Yeah, just get you a nice little free one because it's finna grow, Rich. You're gonna have to segue them out. It's gonna make it too big.
Yeah, right. I know. This is awesome though. This is fantastic.
All right, cool.
Yeah. Anybody got something they want to end with? Any
Nick didn't get to say much. Nick, you got something you want to share with us before we wrap it up? I need to see you change your background and everything.
I'm getting technological, aren't I?
You are, man. You better
watch
it.
That's a background from a picture in Panama when I was there. But yeah, it's kind of in a crazy market in my neighborhood. The house across the street had a sign put in the yard on this is Tuesday. They had it put in the yard on Monday, and they're already pending at $300,000.
How many beds, baths, and square feet?
I don't know the particulars in it, but they just moved in 4 years ago and paid $230,000.
Jeez.
And they didn't do anything in 4 years. It was done before they bought it, but they bought it at $230,000 and it's up to $300,000 in 4 years.
What neighborhood is that?
I'm basically in Holly Hills.
Okay. Yep.
I'm just in a shade off of Holly Hills, but pretty.
Wait, on Goatee?
My whole street, there's been about 5 houses that are all going for over 200, and the market is only about 190 to 200. They're all
really?
It's called the marketplace.
Really?
Holly Hills was a block over from me, and they had one house that they put on the market. It was In 2 days, that one sold for $350. So it's nuts around here.
I have to go drive for those over.
I've been trying to tell y'all, hit these blocks. It ain't nothing but deals out here waiting on you. Just go hit it.
Yeah. Look, I say, did you move that one that you had posted over on Union, Chris?
Which one now? You said did I do what?
You had one that you had posted.
Oh yeah, I still got it. I ain't even been in that house yet. It's under contract, but I haven't been in it yet.
Dude, the day you posted it, I'd never go that way. And the day you posted it, I was driving past and I was headed toward that Quick Trip right there. I'm like, oh.
That's the house,
Chris. Like, it might be vacant, man. I said, I turned around and had my daughter in the back seat. I said, when we drive past, you know there's always traffic on this street. I said, when we drive past, get the clearest shot you can of that property. She got a picture of it. And sure enough, when I get to the house, by the time I got to the crib and I get online, you already had like 50 people that inbox that 60 messages like, yo.
Yeah, I can't even get in it yet because we still working on getting the tenant all the way out. They out, but we just trying to make sure they're legally out and there's no riffraff before we start, because it's actually under contract. I'm just, waiting the time out.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a solid.
It's always something with these deals. And so cool. So the next face-to-face is the next Tuesday. We got a bunch of those coming up. What else we got coming up? Anything else, Rich? Rich Groves, Rich C. There's so many riches on here. Y'all too rich, man. Can I get rich? Can I get rich like y'all?
Hey, we all trying to get rich.
Hey, everybody's trying to get rich.
We all trying to get rich.
That's right. Looks like a couple people have taken up on it.
I know that's right. We did have a couple of questions over here on the live stream. Matter of fact.
Oh yeah, what's up?
Yeah, I've been skipping over. I know they're like, I know he ain't ignoring me. Yes, I was ignoring you. No, let's see here. Michael Shear says, do we have a word on the one wholesale deal per year? Is it still a thing in Illinois?
Technically, yes. I mean, it is. Michael, I know you said you're going to be at the Fairview Heights. Poor Michael, man, when we were meeting in Maryland Heights, sorry, Michael, I'm going to. He went to Fairview Heights.
Oh my God!
We were meeting there. Yeah,
he went to the other one.
yeah. So Michael, come to the one at Fairview Heights on next Tuesday. We'll talk about it. But it's I mean, there's some things you can do, but yeah, it's technically a thing.
Jump Steady 7 says, should a lease option purchase with the seller be closed with an attorney or title company? Should a lease option purchase with a seller be closed with an attorney or title company? Lease purchase.
I mean,
you can do that with an attorney. You don't do because you're not really buying it. You're just leasing it. And really with the seller, you don't really even have to do that, but you can do it through an attorney. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
Let's see here. There were some more questions in here. There's some long ones in here. I don't know if we want to go down this rabbit hole. Let's see here. Somebody
I got a question for you, Chris.
Go ahead, Mark.
When are you gonna let me know about that electronic stock in your office, bro?
I haven't even been to the office. I'm here in South County. I can't even. My office is up in North County. Let me see. What's tomorrow? Wednesday. I might go tomorrow or the next day. As soon as I'm over there, I'll look.
So Rich, I was telling Chris what I do is electronics buyback as my main business. So everybody that has iPhones and Samsung devices, especially like iPhones, iPads, MacBooks, if you got, I don't care if they're broken, cracked, locked, whatever. I'm trying to buy them from everybody, and everybody's playing games. Turn this stuff into money. Yes.
You can't do nothing with no old one, though. What can you do with this? I just want to find one over there. I got them all over the place.
You got an iPhone 4 with a cracked screen. Ain't much I could do with that. I'll probably pay you about
I just went over. I said I thought I saw some. I got a lot of stuff laying around.
$3.75.
$3.75
for nostalgic purposes.
Hey, but they got an Apple logo. Come on, man. Apple hold value.
On the wrong side of $3.75.
Hey, this thing heavy. How is this phone heavier? Why is the little phone heavier than the big phone?
and Apple used to make some huge heavy bricks at that time.
Well, here, how about you take the one that Clubhouse was playing on?
That joint that cost you
$700. They said it's still worth $700 right now. That's what they said. I can still sell
on that.
No.
Yeah, so cool. That works. Let me see. Was there any other questions in the comments over here? Somebody did leave a long one. I don't know. Do we want to go down a long rabbit hole here?
I mean, is it a long question with a short answer?
I don't know. Let's see. I'm gonna try. Okay, Dana says a seller who is motivated to sell wants near retail for her property. The only thing is that she owes $90,000 home equity loan. Home could still use a little bit of updating based on the convo with her. how would you present it to her?
So she's motivated and she wants full retail, but all she owes is the 90 on the home equity. Am I hearing that right?
That's right.
It doesn't sound that motivated, right?
Yeah, she don't sound that motivated. She sound like what I would say is like, just because there's a difference in someone that's wanting to just sell their property and someone who's motivated to sell, meaning like they have like they're going through a divorce, someone died, they inherited the property, they're in a financial situation, like just real motivation versus someone who says, yeah, I just want to sell it.
In fact, that's a question that we asked early in the conversation. Is selling something you've been considering, or are you just looking to get an offer? That kind of weeds them out right there. Have you been looking to sell it, or you just decide I always want to try to get an offer? Because that weeds them out real early right there. We added that about 2 months ago, and it kind of weeds out these jokers, separating the prospects from the suspects.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, let me see here. Here goes somebody else. I don't know how long this one is. Daughter of Zion says, hello, I spoke with the real estate agent about a listed property. The property belongs to him. It's a 2-1 with a long-term tenant listed at $27,000. He says he will take $25,000 cash. It's in a rural area. I don't know what hold on. The question is, so long as 2 parts. Does this sound like a good deal? He sounds like he's a tired landlord and has other properties in the area.
What's the area?
A rural area.
Yeah, it depends. Because I live in a rural area. My town's only got 10,000 people in it, but average price is over $200,000. $300,000. So rural is, what part of rural? What state?
Yeah.
So what I would do, daughter of Zion, is first of all build up an excellent rapport with this guy, because if he got a lot of property, he might sell it to you. You can own it. You don't have to try to wholesale it. You can buy it and keep it yourself. With some creative strategies or some other things, but. If he's a tired landlord, help him not be tired no more by solving his problem. I don't know if it's a good deal because we don't have enough information from what you gave here. You can shoot me an email if you want to go further. Chris@wokerealestate.com. Chris@wokerealestate.com if you're not in here still. Let's see here. Let me see. Any other questions? How do I get started, Chris Monroe? Wokerealestate.com. Wokerealestate.com. How do you get started? Come on now. Who else? Any other questions on here? Any other final statements from you, Mr. Brock?
Hey, it's been a blessing, man. Hey, I'm in college, bro. Ain't nobody talk about this kind of stuff, man.
Right.
Nah, man, it's not. So it's been a blessing even being around people who actually think this way.
What market are you in again?
Indiana.
Okay, you're in the Midwest. So you out here making that Midwest money.
What school you go to, Brock?
I go to the University of Indianapolis.
Okay, nice.
I'm
trying to get a virtual deal done in Indy. So
really?
Maybe I'll have to reach out to you if I get something.
Yeah. So I grew up in Indianapolis. I live kind of out in Avon now.
Yeah.
But I stayed with my grandmother basically in the city during the semester. So it's like $3,000 a year for my school.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Hey, I'm on track scholarship. So
hey, nice.
Hey, I'm straight, man. I ain't trying to pay that much money.
You run the 100? I'm messing with you, man. I'm sorry. If you don't know, I do. If you see my body, I run the 100.
Hey, I do. I throw the shot put, discus, and then the hammer.
Nice, man. Nice. That's awesome. You can chuck it pretty good, huh?
Hey, I do my job. That's for sure.
Good.
There you have it. So hopefully everybody learned a little bit today. You got a couple of deal stories. If you are wanting to connect with me, like I said, Chris@wokerealestate.com is my email, or you can just go right there, ChrisMonroeSTL.com. Easy to find. People say, I had a deal. I couldn't find you, Chris. You a lie. I'm not hard to find. So I done heard people say that. I say, man, you making that up. Any other closing statements before we wrap this thing up? As Kevin Williams comes in, swinging the bucket and swinging, but he left.
He did.
But he back. You're muted though, Kevin.
There's Kevin.
Nah, I'm still here. My bad, man. I was actually standing at the park with my daughter. I wasn't trying to come in too late. Actually, I was gonna reach out to you guys about I had a property that property owner is actually deceased. The kids don't have anything to do with the property. I actually have the keys to the property, can walk the property, do whatever, but that really doesn't do me any good without being able to find out exactly the route I need to go. Like, to be honest, it's kind of weird. The property's been sitting vacant for about 2 years. Nobody's touched it.
Was he married?
Nothing like that. He was, but his wife died. So the wife died. The kids don't have anything to do with it. They said that they thought that the property might have been in foreclosure, but they're not sure. So I can't even find a mortgage company. I called, I checked with the courts and everything to see if there was a probate started. There wasn't.
Run a title search on it.
Hold on, say that one more time.
Run a title search on it. They'll know if there's a loan or liens on that property.
Yeah. Well, I did actually, and there's nothing on that property right now. So the only other thing is I went across and I was like, well, I wonder who paid the last property taxes on this property. And so it's the USDA, but the title and everything is still in the original homeowner's name. Nobody else has a lien on it. Nobody else has anything against the property.
Did he have a will?
Would I put that in probate?
Did he have a last will and testament?
Nope.
Yep, sound like a probate deal. What do you think, Rich? Rich's specialty is probates.
Yeah, I mean, if it didn't go through probate, then again, you might want to check with your local attorneys or whatever. But you know, you might have to have every single one of his heirs sign off. They might, if there's no executor of the estate, every one of his heirs will have to sign. It could get complicated that if he was married, okay, great. Was he married before? Was he, how many times was he married? Did he have children from another marriage? Things, I mean, a lot of different things.
It could be a long rabbit hole with that thing. Probate. That's why y'all specialize in it.
Yeah, that's why, like my main thing is I was sitting here and I'm like, man, I got the keys to it. I walked the house several times. Like, man, it's sitting in the perfect neighborhood.
Who gave you the keys?
One of the kids. But they, like I said, it's one of them situations where we would have to sit down and you would sit there and like, it's a rabbit hole story.
Somebody gonna have to be appointed the executor of the estate.
So if did you really pay for a title search to be done? Like a general warranty deed title search?
Yeah, I got friends that are actually in the title company that I use that we bounce stuff off each other all the time. Okay. So I had everything checked out.
Okay.
And like I said, it's still in the original owner's name.
And he didn't sign like a beneficiary deed to anybody? Because I've had that pop up too.
Nothing.
Okay.
That's why I'm kind of like stumped on it right now. And I kind of been sitting on it for a while, because I'm actually in the middle of another deal right now, which that deal was crazy by itself. Like I know you guys were talking earlier about having buyers and sellers talk to each other. Well, this deal actually, man, it's so crazy. Okay, so I'm selling the house and I actually get it under contract. After I get it under contract, I get a buyer to come in. A couple days later, I found out that the buyer and seller actually work together in the same building. You know what I mean? Like in the same building. So I'm like, oh, shit, how do I play this one off? So I got it down to a point where I made them both sign an NDA and basically say, look, you can't talk to this person about this property. Like, you can talk to each other all you want. You can't talk about the property. Can't mention the property. You can't bring anything up unless I am, involved in it. Sorry, my daughter's in the swing right now. But I got that played out to where they didn't, and then long story short, it ended up working out where we negotiated the deal. We got everything said, done, and agreed on. But the only sucky part was the buyer was supposed to be a cash buyer in the original in the beginning. And he ended up getting an FHA loan, which threw a bunch of stuff in the loops and in the works. Hold on, give me just 1 second. Here, baby, let's take you down.
Let me down from here, she said.
Loan threw a bunch of stuff in the works, which I wasn't planning on doing an FHA loan. Wasn't planning on working with an FHA loan. But when everything was over said and done, there was a big profit in it. So it's like, you know what? I'm going to do what I got to do. I had to jump through a few hoops to make it happen, but I made it happen and I closed on the house. I ended up making a $16,000 profit on the deal.
Dang, let me hold 5,000.
Oh man, that's why, like, to be honest, man, like I'm just now getting situated with you guys. Like I'm just now running across you guys, so I'm actually sitting back enjoying the conversation and seeing what's going on. And I love the content that you guys are bringing out and talking about. You know, a lot of the things that you guys are talking about, especially, are some things that I run across all the time, from subject to deals to lease options to, you know, different situations in different states. You know, recently I heard that they were talking about trying to shut us wholesalers and investors down. In some states right now, you got real estate agents that are hating and, you know, going and lobbying for laws to be passed to where we shouldn't be allowed to sell certain property without certain licensing.
Where are you at? Where are you at?
I'm in Nebraska right now, so I'm not worried about it where I'm at.
No, yeah.
But
Look at Illinois. Look up the Illinois law. That's what everybody.
And
that's what a few other states are trying to do.
And the governor just did it. It wasn't no like legislation. The governor just decided, you know what? Where's my pen at? Let me sign that paper.
Yeah, I'm in Nebraska right now, but I got a bunch of haters out here too, though.
Oh.
So when I first started in my area, well, still to this day, I'm the only wholesaler investor in my area.
Yeah.
So when I first started, a lot of people started hating on me, like other real estate agents, other people, you know, like getting in my feeds and other stuff, like, oh, you know, don't trust this guy. He's a con artist. He's this, he's that. But at the end of the day, when it was all over said and done, even with the deal where I had the two owners meet each other, not purposely, they even started writing reviews and everything and started recommending other people for me and all this other stuff. So like I had a lot of other stuff go on that worked out for me in my favor. I did a school backpack drive, which I'm doing another one right now. It's a school fundraiser for the community and stuff like that. Every time I sell a house or I do anything like that, I give back to the community. So, you know, I got my haters here and there, but it is what it is, you know?
Yeah, you're going to.
It comes with the territory.
Yeah. People, especially people that are ignorant about what you're trying to do, always try to look at the negative side of it instead of looking at what positive you're trying to do.
Yeah, and the realtors, you know, they're really, I don't even think it's really wholesale. I think realtors, because they're getting, I wouldn't say squeezed out, but they're not, but they don't, a lot of them don't know how to adapt and adjust to what's going on. You got us wholesalers, then on the other side, you have the iBuyers, where you know, it pretty much, and they have like different virtual tours and different things set up like that, to where you don't even need realtors to show properties anymore.
I done told them people that they thought I was making it up when I tried to tell them, like, man, it's technology and stuff out here that you finna be pushed out. And they think, oh no, you'll always need a real estate, and you'll always say, okay, they got stuff on the blockchain. They gonna get rid of title companies, all that stuff eventually, because it's already the technology is here. It just hasn't been perfected yet.
You got virtual reality come down and stuff. We'll be like able to like walk around the damn of the property and like not even be there.
You talking about the Matterport thing or whatever? Yeah, you don't even need to be there. It's virtual. You can see the whole house.
Yeah, I was listening at I think it was like maybe a week or so ago in EYL, and they had 19 keys in there. He was talking about that. I was like, what?
Yeah, the technology is going fast, man. You got to keep up with the times. It's 2021, but it ain't 2021 for long. So we about to sing that end the song. Any final words, Rich, before we wrap it up?
No, man, just keep plugging, keep at it no matter what. Don't let anybody be a detractor. Don't let anybody be a naysayer. Just you do you and do it right. As long as you're ethical and treat people right, you're going to be a winner.
Cool beans. So make sure y'all go to the stlviplist.com to get on the email list with Rich Groves. stlviplist.com. And if you're looking to connect with me, wokerealestate.com, or right there, Chris Monroe, stl.com. Real easy, no excuses. So we're going to catch y'all in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or 4 weeks. What is it for the next virtual one?
Next virtual one is June 8th. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks.
4 weeks, not 4, but 4 weeks. We're going to see you on June 8th.
Faux show.
Thank you, everybody, for coming in and chiming in today. We will see you on the next one.
All righty. Take it easy, guys. Thanks, everybody, for coming. Appreciate it.
All right. Appreciate it. Thank you. Bye. Peace in the Middle East. We out this thing. Boop. All right. That's how we do it, family. Each and every what is this, the second Tuesday of the month? I don't know what day it is. Second Tuesday of the month, I believe. We do this meetup right here. You can get in, like I say, and the way I set it up today is you could join in at wokerealestate.com. So I like to put the actual link where you can just click it, go to wokerealestate.com, click it, and it'll put you into the Zoom call. So we're going to do the next one on June 8th. We will see y'all next time. Shout out to the people over here on Clubhouse. Shout out to the people on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Don't forget to smash the thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a like. Drop a smart comment. Put it in the comments down in the bottom. Let me know you came through and you watched the whole thing. Do what you do. Be who you be. And I'll see you before you see me. Yeah.
And we have and we have and we have Mr. I stay whoa, 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 and Mr. I stay.
Find more leads than you can even process. That's multiple listing service. That's the MLS for your real estate agents. Absentee owner information. Find the cash buyers and flippers in any market nationwide. Pull a pre-foreclosure list. And don't forget, you got to find those comps. Get nationwide access with multiple filters. Powered by PropStream at wokesource.com. Get your 7-day free trial today. Wokesource.com. That's wokesource.com.
Get your free real estate joint venture agreement and get notified of upcoming shows. Text JV to 636-330-1444.
Today's broadcast is being brought to you by WokeSkipTracing.com. Look up phone numbers and email addresses with ease, with pricing as low as only 15 cents per match. Not per search, per match. If there's no number or email address, you don't pay. Get accurate data in just minutes. WokeSkipTracing.com. That's WokeSkipTracing.com. You may have heard the saying, the fortunes are in the follow-up. Now there's a brand new system that is great to help you cold call, text message, drop voicemails, and so much more, all automated. You don't have to remember anything. Just set it and forget it. All you have to do is speak to people. Check it out, wokereply.com. It's a multi-touch marketing campaign where you can schedule to send text, voicemail, email, and even live calls all on autopilot. Check it out today, wokereply.com. That's wokereply.com.